Welcome back, everybody. It is the Working Brother back at you with another flight. By now, you already know the drill. This is SovietRussianBear. He is here to accompany us for this flight.
Hi again.
We're gonna be flying in Microsoft Flight Sim. This time, we're behind enemy lines. And
Oh, behind. Yeah, risky, scary, behind enemy lines.
yeah. Oh wait, I forgot to turn down the music. So this is an airport in Kramatorsk.
Oh,
What do you know
yeah.
about Kramatorsk?
Oh, I know about Kramatorsk, like it is next to Slavyansk. Like these are like basically two cities, like they're very close, like two twin cities. And there were a lot of like skirmishes and fights in Kramatorsk in 2014. But later, thanks to thanks to the military genius of Igor Strelkov, it was abandoned and Ukrops took it.
Oh, Strelkov is responsible, let's say, for its surrender.
Well, if I'm correct, he was the commander. He commanded the defense of Slavyansk and Kramatorsk. And his tactics led to the surrender of Slavyansk. So who is to blame, him or someone else? Someone else.
You know what's the amazing part about Microsoft Flight Sim? You can see other people, and here we have some Bengal Termne and Oleg Tornov, who are flying in the sim currently. Also somewhere near Bahmut. Oh, and there's Vuk as well. Means wolf. Serbian.
Vuk?
Yeah. Is it the same in Russian?
Oh,
how do you say wolf?
How we say what?
Wolf.
Volk.
Volk, huh? Alright. We're actually flying towards Bahmut, but we're gonna stop by Chasiv Yar just to show people some more bunkers.
Oh yeah, they've been the Ukrops. They have been building these fortifications for 8 years. They have been preparing. They have been preparing for the conflict, for a long-term conflict.
Yeah. Well, it came out recently. I can't remember who said it, but somebody from the West said that basically the Canadians have been training the Ukrainian army since 2015. So there's nothing new there. We all knew that.
You mean
basically
in fortification?
Well, no, they've been training them. They've been training the army from back then. But I'm sure they also got private military contractor help to, do bunkers and prepare trenches and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and I have to say that the fortifications, this like a new Maginot or Mannerheim line.
Yeah. And the
they
Russians
got concrete walls like 1 meter thick.
Yeah, you can see here even like look at these regular dots. This is definitely some kind of fortification.
Oh yeah. Trenches, bunkers, dugouts.
You know,
they have
I can't remember when, like which city, but one of the cities when it was being taken, the Russians were saying that the Ukrainians were shipping ready-made bunkers, like pre-assembled bunkers. They just ship and they put them in the ground and they cover them with dirt. You know what I mean? They don't have to actually build anything on the spot.
Could be.
Are you enjoying this flight?
Oh yeah, I do, sure.
All right, now we're approaching. What did we say it was called? SovietRussian.
Chasiv Yar, yeah.
Nikolaevka. This is right next to us. And here are those famous tree lines that both sides fight over. It's unbelievable how everything is so like square by square by square. And it's like chess almost. Here we can see what looks like maybe mine, some kind of pit.
Oh yeah, maybe a pond.
And here, according to Wyatt from DPA and his map, because that's what we're using to find all these bunkers, this seems to be a hardened position here.
Oh,
that's right in front of us. And it sure looks like those are trenches next to those ponds. And you'll notice that often these, even though most of this terrain is flat or almost flat, always these bunker areas and the hard points. Yeah, here you can even see like the places where you can put tanks. But yeah, this is always the highest ground in the area. You know, which gives them a military advantage.
Oh yeah, the high ground is always an advantage. Yeah.
There's SovietRussian in the distance, and here you can even see a tower. You see the tower?
Oh yeah.
Like on the ground?
Yeah.
So this is definitely a military. Maybe this is a barracks here. But yeah, shout out to Defense Politics Asia for the mapping.
Oh, it's great.
Get moving. And SovietRussian in 2 miles. And then we're taking the left to get to Bahmut, also known as Artemovsk. Tell us a little bit of history about Artemovsk.
I believe it was founded in 16th or 17th century, and Bahmut, actually, he was called back then Bahmut, but later it was renamed Artemovsk after a guy named Artyom, who was like a Bolshevik, like a revolutionary. Well, it has always been a like industrial center, and before Donetsk was established, this was actually a Bahmut Uyezd, Bahmut region, not Donetsk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because Donetsk was like it was founded in 18th century, like the end of 18th, the end of 18th century. And Donetsk was first called Yuzovka after John Hughes, an English businessman.
Yeah, most people don't know. I think he was actually Scottish, if I'm not mistaken. Most
but Bahmut was way before Donetsk.
Oh, so Bahmut is even older, huh?
Yeah, it's older.
There's Artemovskoye in point. Oh, this is, I think, the last road out of Bahmut. One of these little roads. This is Artemovskoye. I think if you see the flight path in the top right corner of the screen, you can see that we're going to make a circle basically around Bahmut.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
And we're going to be landing at the MiG monument that was recently destroyed. Here you can see again dugouts right there on the hill. I don't think this is a go-karting track. Something tells me this is probably not go-karting. And you can see the building in the corner. It's probably a bunker. And again, this is the highest point, and it overlooks basically the whole city.
Oh,
And,
yeah, here it is.
The Russians recently, I think they've reached to this road right up here, according to Wyatt's mapping. And they took it basically from this angle.
Yeah. So Bahmut was in 1924 renamed in Artemovsk.
1924, huh?
1924, yeah. But the real name of the revolutionary, who was actually Fyodor Andreevich Sergeyev, but his nicknames was Comrade Artyom.
All right.
And after that, after his nickname Comrade Artyom, Artemovsk was named. Yeah.
It's a pretty big city.
Yeah. But in 2016,
Go ahead, yeah.
in 2016, as part of their so-called decommunization campaign, the Kiev regime renamed it back to Bahmut.
Yeah. Oh, this
But
is
Bahmut, as we know it.
this here on the right. Let me see if I can slow down and turn around in time. This here on the right is the dam that was recently blown up by the Ukrainian side. They had hoped to flood, I don't know what, the advancing Russians, but instead they flooded themselves. They flooded this area here below us, where basically they lost control of this area because it's lowland right here, because it was hard to defend in the winter when you're flooded. So the Russians came in, or maybe we should say the Wagnerites came in, and surrounded this industrial facility here, and then cleared it out. And if I'm not mistaken, now the Russians have everything basically that's on the left side, the way we're looking, or the east side of the river basically.
Yeah, and Wagner is only like 600 or 700 meters away from the center of Artemovsk.
Well, we're about 1 mile, 1 nautical mile from the center, so we're gonna go along there. Actually, no, we're just gonna fly by. In one of the test videos, there will be a link somewhere to the playlist of all of these flights. But the first 5, 6, 7 of them were just test flights, checking settings and everything. But we landed.
The Wagnerites.
Huh? What'd you say?
The Wagnerites are about to encircle a Ukrainian stronghold in Bahmut, like in the city itself. If they succeed, a lot of them will be surrounded. Yeah, glory to Wagner. Wagner group,
they're serious. Oh, there's Opitne. We all know Opitne, and it's only 2.3 nautical miles away.
Yeah, and especially for fights for the Opitne, they were intense, man.
Yeah. So this is the other side of Artemovsk, where, or Bahmut. This is the Bahmut side of Artemovsk, and we're flying basically along the front line. We planned this map or flight path before, and we're going to be coming up here. On the left, there's going to be a cemetery. Right after the cemetery is that main intersection where It's basically the only exit from Artemovsk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that MiG statue was destroyed. Everybody who's watching this far, thank you for sticking around. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, thank you.
And let us know if you like this format, if you're interested in seeing more of the virtual cities with fake little cars driving around.
Oh yeah.
where there should be nobody in reality. And I think that intersection where the monument is coming up right somewhere here in front of us. Oh, there it is. This triangle intersection.
Oh, these are civilian cars.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
There should be like tanks and BMPs and BTRs and
yeah, this is the monument right here.
oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
All right.
Right.
We have landed.
I'm in a hurry.
SovietRussianBear, thank you. Everybody else.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you too.
Yeah.
Have a good one, everyone. We're gonna call it quick.
Oh yeah.
Blackout. Goodbye, everyone. Good night.